On today's video, I'm going to share with you my exact process for thinking about how to make next year the best year ever. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, what's up? As we're ending 2018, I'm taking a little bit of time to think about my business, and I want to share with you how I'm doing this and what I'm thinking about. And hopefully you can do that in your business and find this very helpful. So as you're watching this video, actually, I'm taking a few days completely off work to think. So this is kind of an idea. I've recorded this video like a week ago so that I can do nothing besides think about my business. And I took this idea I've seen this from several kind of successful people. Most famously is Bill Gates, who used to take like think weeks where he would just go off somewhere, read books and think. And because thinking is actually, most of the reason that we're not growing or not getting to where we are in life or businesses because we're making a lot of sometimes stupid decisions and we're not taking enough time to think about what we're doing, think about what we want to do and make sure that we're actually going where we want to go. And so this year I've made an effort to kind of batch off a lot of the work in the prior 2 weeks so I can take this week completely off just to think about a few kind of core questions. And now I want to share with you what those questions are that I'm thinking about as you're watching this video. I don't know the answer to these questions yet because I'm thinking about them right now, but I will make a video about a year in review of my video and share kind of the results of this thinking. But right now I want to give you those questions because I think they'll be useful for you. So whether you're on the holidays right now or you can have a day or even just a few hours to dedicate to those questions, I think you'll find this very helpful. So here's what I'll be thinking about. First of all, that's the first thing to get started with is what went wrong and what went right this year. It's very easy to focus on just the things that went wrong or that you didn't accomplish, the things that maybe you wanted to accomplish. But I think it's very important to put it down in a list and have those two lists and also take time to focus on the thing that went right. Because I'm pretty sure that no matter where you are in your business right now, you can find the good things and you can find the bad things. And it's important to take time to invest in both, not just like where I messed things up or what went wrong. Also, congratulate yourself on the progress that you've made, whether it is, doing good work for a client, learning something new, whatever you did, congratulate yourself. This is really important kind of to motivate yourself and also maybe put effort to do more of that good thing that happened this year. So this is the first thing to get things started. The next thing is I'm going to check out where did my time go and did I allocate my time correctly? So I've made a few videos and I've talked multiple times about the importance of tracking my time, which I do on a daily basis. I think I've made a video about this. I'm using Timely to track my time. And then I can see on a yearly scale, where did my time go? Did it go to actually doing work, to actually, marketing myself? How much time went into just, admin and management stuff that did not contribute to actually maybe the success or making my customers happier? So I just want to review this and take a look yearly. I do this on a weekly basis and I do this on a monthly basis, but it's really, really important to look at it on a yearly basis and understand whether things are going, actually, if I say something is important to me, did I actually do that? Because basically time, how you're allocating your time is basically how you're allocating your priorities. And sometimes the things that you say, for example, I say that the success of my students is really, really important for me. So how much time did I actually put at the end of the day in trying to help them and trying to help them progress? Did I actually do what I said I'm going to do? And this really gives you sometimes a slap in the face and shows you that maybe you're spending a lot of times where you're comfortable at and where you're having a good time versus the things that you know are important to your business, but you're not doing enough of. So this is another important question. The next thing is, what are my current problems, challenges, and what am I trying to solve for? Because usually, basically, when it comes down to strategy is your efforts to solve some kind of a problem, right? If you don't have, if your problem is that you don't have enough clients, then you need to build a strategy to solve that specific problem. If your problem is that, your clients are leaving you or not leaving you good reviews and refer other customers to you, maybe that's your key problem. But once you understand what is the top problem in your business and maybe even your life in general, then you can build a strategy around it. And it's really, really an easy way to understand what strategy is. Strategy is finding the actions to solve your biggest problem right now. So you need to make sure that you are very clear on what is it actually that I'm trying to solve for, right? What is the key problem right now in my business? So that's something to consider. Maybe it didn't change from last year or the last time I was thinking about this, but it's good to reconsider and make sure that you know why you're doing this. How should I invest in myself in the next year? So I feel this is really important because I feel personally I did not do that enough in 2018. I mean, I did take one online course which proved very, very helpful, but I only did that kind of like a month or two ago. And I think that I wasn't deliberate enough in 2018 about how to invest in myself. What do I want to grow in as a person and as a business owner? What do I need to work on? So that might be online courses, that might be going to events, that might be kind of like, I don't know, self-development seminar. I am reading books, but I don't consider reading books just because I do this all the time. I don't consider this an investment. For me, an investment is when I decide to spend resources, which is money and time, to do something to really develop myself as a business owner. So next year, I really want to be more aware and plan this ahead. So I'm not spending another year not investing in myself, which is what I felt like really happened during 2018. So I really want to take time to think about this. And I encourage you to do this the same, because don't remember who was this motivational speaker who said, you have to work on yourself harder than, working on your business, and that's your way to grow. Probably Zig Ziglar or Jim Rohn or somebody like this. But you really have to work on yourself. I feel like I did not work enough on myself in 2018. I really want to make sure I fix this in 2019. What did you learn this year? So this is maybe just a follow-up question to the original question of what went right and what went wrong. The reason for doing this list is that you can answer this question: what did I learn? Because if you don't make takeaways, if you don't learn from the things that didn't work and the things that did work as well, then you're probably not going to progress. You're not going to grow because you're going to make the same mistakes all over again. So that's why you make those lists of what worked and didn't work, and then you try to think, what did I learn from this? What can I do differently next time? And the last question, which is a question that I took from Tim Ferriss. I heard him mention this multiple times on his podcast and on his books. What is the one thing that, if I do, will make everything else easier or unnecessary? This is really, really a big question. And by the way, I just heard a recent podcast episode with him and the guy that maybe came up with this question, who wrote a book about it. I think it's called, I don't know if it's called The One Question, but it's basically a question that you can apply to everything from your business to your personal life. And that's really, really an interesting question, because we have so many things on our to-do list, so many things that we want to do or feel like that we need doing. But this question, what is the one thing that will make everything else easier or unnecessary, that really helps you to prioritize and understand kind of like the 80-20 effect of your life, right? If, for example, if I always feel like I don't have enough clients, right? Let's say I'm a freelancer, I always don't have enough clients. And so that's my problem, and I'm trying to solve it in all kinds of different ways. And then I can ask myself, so what are the things I can do? I don't know, maybe I can go to an event, or I can call up this guy, or I can email this guy, or I can build a website. So in this example, maybe thinking about, okay, if I build my own website, and this is just an example, I'm not saying this is the right thing, but maybe if you build up your website, that would make everything else easier, because everybody that you will meet in the future will have where to find you or connect you, and people might get to you from different places. So that kind of helps you prioritize all the things that you want to do or think you need to do based on, is that thing actually going to make everything else easier? I think this is a really, really interesting question. Again, I'm not really sure what it is for me right now. That's why I'm taking the time to think and consider. All right, those are my questions for how I'm going to plan my year in review, and I'm going to take a few days for it. Even if you can't afford taking a few days completely off, I really encourage you to take at least a few hours, go somewhere, I don't know, if a coffee shop or somewhere else outside your office, change the scenery, sit down with yourself and think about these questions that will really help you make the best of next year. Have an awesome end of year, and I'll see you on the next video.